Fellas, AC here. Welcome to another review. This time we're talking about a fragrance that was released this year, and it's called Bvlgari Man Wood Neroli. Now, this one is a flanker to the original Bvlgari Man, which was released back in 2010. In fact, it was one of the most interesting Alberto Moria's fragrances that I've smelt. This is what probably was the initial fragrance that drew me towards his creation. Obviously, Mugler Cologne I smelt much later. Those are his creations. They're quite nice. And I've got a couple of Bvlgari Man flankers. This one is the All Blacks edition, Bvlgari Man Essence. This is very nice as well. I love this one. So I thought I'll go and try it. In fact, I tried, they released something called Wood Essence in 2018. I tried that. I didn't enjoy it that much. In fact, it was quite a bit of a meh kind of a fragrance, very generic, didn't enjoy it at all. So this one here is one of those fragrances that I've been testing. I've been testing it for the last few days, I believe. I can't see the nozzle, now I can. I haven't got my glasses on. So I've been testing it for the last 2 or 3 days because it's been quite warm here in the UK, and it's going to continue to be warm. And I thought I'll review a few summer fragrances because I think these are quite, you can wear this in autumn as well, quite easy to wear in autumn. So let's start. This fragrance is interesting because it smells very interesting. Now it smells different during day and during night. That's why I thought that this is quite a versatile fragrance. You can wear this in coolish weather or cooler weather. But what it smells like a waxy green lime, yeah, waxy green lime with little bit of woodiness and a bit of clean sheet smell. So what it has is something called cypriol oil. Now I have got a bit of experience with cypriol oil, and I know what it does to a fragrance. It brings in a little bit of earthy, lemony woodiness, and that's exactly what it's doing here. So cypriol oil is the main player. That's why it's waxy, and it has got neroli. That's why the clean sheet smell, but the clean sheet smell basically is receded. It's not like Neroli Portofino. It's, you know, you're smelling Neroli because, you know, after a while you'll know what Neroli smells like, but it doesn't smell like clean sheets. It has that smell, but it's at the background. What you get at the top is like a citrus, which is oily or waxy and very jovial. The fragrance is quite happy, and it's got this little woody undertone, little bit spiciness as well. There's a slight tinge of spiciness to this fragrance. That's how it starts. In the middle stages, the fragrance becomes a little less waxy, slightly more woody, and slightly more ambery, because there's a note of amber in the base of the fragrance, which comes out a bit more, I believe, and that happens in about 45 minutes. There's also a note of ambergris, which makes the fragrance fresh, as I said, a little bit happy, jovial, light, airy freshness. That's what you get in the middle stages after about 30-35 minutes. And that clean sheet smell is also there, but as I said, it's muted in this fragrance. Towards the end, the dry down, the fragrance gets a little bit sweeter. When it starts off, there's hardly any sweetness. When it dries down, there's a little bit of sweetness to the fragrance, and that's, I believe, because of amber, and there's this woodiness that comes up a bit more, but you still have that lemoniness. The fragrance for its entire lifetime is lemony, which is what I like. It's a proper green lime kind of lemoniness. It starts off waxy, but at the end it's not waxy. It's more of an airy, woody scent, which is lemony as well, or limey. It's more lime, green lime. And it has this characteristic which reminded me of one of my favorite citrus fragrances, John Varvatos Artisan Pure. This one also has neroli, it has many oranges, and it also has a beautiful note of amber, and marjoram is the main note here. In fact, this is so good. This is so good. I can wear this in any weather. It's really jovial, very happy scent. Bvlgari Man Wood Essence, with neroli rather, has this, it recalls some aspects of Artisan Pure. That's how it finishes off. So all in all, I was actually pleasantly surprised by this fragrance. I enjoyed this fragrance. I wasn't expecting it to be this nice, especially after Wood Essence that I smelled last year. I enjoyed it. So, pros and cons. Number one pro, it's a composition which, in spite of going down the route of well-trodden path of citrus, woody scents, is actually quite something, quite nice because of that green lime and because of the variations, because of the evolutions, I should say. I liked it. I enjoyed the journey. They bring something to the table which is quite enjoyable, in spite of being, something which is, many fragrances do that, but there's something different here. I also like the way they've made this fragrance. The fragrance has a personality which is quite professional. You would have no hesitation wearing this in an office environment. It has got this professional feel about it. So that's why I think the compliment factor in terms of appreciation for your taste is quite high here. Which is number 3. If you wear this in a professional setting, if you wear this in a sort of a slightly smart casual setting, I think you'll be appreciated for your taste. It smells good. It has that feel about it. Downsides. Well, the only downside I can think of it, apart from it being nothing special, is the fact that I do not know where Bvlgari is going with its fragrances. Now, as I said, this is a landmark fragrance. It will be remembered forever. It's one of the most beautifully executed, garlic wood, tobacco, rum. It's a very, very nice fragrance. It will be remembered. Now, with this being a flanker to the Bvlgari Man, I really don't know where Bvlgari is really going with this fragrance line. And also, they seem to be creating a fragrance every year in the Man series. But what I don't get is, what are they trying to achieve here? None of these creations, this is good. None of these creations will leave a lasting impact in your memory. Next year there'll be something else. And there's so many fragrances like this. So the downside is, it'll leave you a little bit confused as to what Bvlgari is trying to do in terms of their Man line, which is such a beautiful line. Bvlgari Man, I can praise it to high heavens. So that's the only downside. The other downside I can think of is the performance. The performance for a freshie is quite good, to be honest with you. You have to be fair. I'm getting 7 to 8 hours of performance. It's quite a long scent. If you think about it, it's just a neroli, lime, woody fragrance, but I'm getting a long journey. So it's okay on the skin. Projection is medium, I would say. Projection is what? Maximum, you would get 1 to 1.5 hours, maximum 2 hours. Sillage would be, again, moderate. If you go 2 or 3 sprays under your shirt, you will smell yourself. But it starts to diminish after about 1.5 to 2 hours. So I'd say it's kind of medium, kind of a sillage. In terms of occasions, I would say this is a daytime scent and great for warm weather. People who get prolonged warm weather will enjoy this fragrance because of that green lime smell. I like it. It's got that soapiness to it, and still it's got that little sweetness of amber towards the end. It's nice. I like it. So warm weather is preferred. It's a professional scent, so age groups 30-ish, 30 plus. This is a mature kind of a scent. I can't see a youngster wearing this to university. You always can. If you like a little bit of a mature scent, you always can. But I don't see this as a young man's scent. This is like a professional working man's scent. And this is an easy office wear, easily appreciated by one and all in the office. You can wear this in an office environment. You can wear this to interviews. This has got that kind of a clean, slightly professional vibe about it. It's not playful at all. So those are the occasions, age groups. I think I've covered all aspects. I also think this will go well in coolish weather because of the composition density. Especially the opening, it's quite dense, I liked it. It's waxy and dense. So it'll go well in coolish weather as well when you want to wear something which is citrusy. So, marks out of 10. See, I enjoyed this fragrance. I wasn't expecting it to be this nice. I wasn't expecting it to have so many variations. At the same time, I'm disappointed to see where the Bvlgari Man line is going. But that's my personal disappointment. In terms of performance, it does everything for an eau de toilette. It performs. So since this is a nice to have fragrance, but there are many, many more. This being one. I mean, this is one of those citrus fragrances that absolutely you need to have in your collection. And I've reviewed this. So, marks out of 10, I'm going to give it 6.5 to 7. That's what I can think of. That would be a fair representation. Definitely try it, but it's not one of those fragrances that you absolutely need to have. But if you do intend to go for it, it will give you good value for money. It's a good value for money scent. I liked it. So, 7 out of 10, 6.5 to 7 out of 10. Hope you enjoyed the review, fellas. Take care. Bye-bye.